Alright, this is the tutorial for Windows users starting an HPC so that people can access the cluster using a Windows operating system. First of all, you've found our website, wiki.hpc.usu.edu, and on it there are definitely some things that you need to remember to do. You need to log in using your A number and your banner password in order to gain access to the cluster and to the website, the wiki on track. Make sure to set your preferences when you go in and do that also, so that we can have your email and so you can submit tickets when you have problems and those kinds of things to us. Just put your name and your email address in there and save the changes so that we can contact you if we need to. You've found our website, or you probably know about it already, and we're just going to go into getting started and kind of set you up with the basics of what you need to run jobs and access the cluster from your Windows-based computer. There are a couple of programs that you're going to need. One of them is PuTTY, and one of them is WinSCP. PuTTY is a command line access to the computer and to the SSH system, which we have here. If you click on that link, you can go and download PuTTY from the PuTTY website, and just click on that first exe file and save it to your desktop so that you can access it whenever. It's an executable file, and whenever you run it off your desktop, you just have to click on it. And so you can just save it there, and we will use that here in a little while. But we're also going to show you to go and how to get your WinSCP set up. WinSCP is a program you use to transfer files from one server, one computer to another, so that you can be able to transfer files from your own personal computer onto the cluster itself. You can just go in there and follow the steps so that you can download that, and you can put it on your desktop also. It's not very hard. Just make sure to download the secure version. We haven't been using the beta. The website itself shows you kind of the steps we're going to go through in pictures, but this is here in case you don't understand quite so well. So we can close out of that, kind of look at our desktop here for a second. I can't really see that, can you? But I just clicked on the PuTTY exe file and bring that, we open it up, and the host name you're going to be using to log into the server is login.hpc.usu.edu, and that's the one that everybody uses, and make sure it's port 22. When you do that, make sure that the SSH is the selected one, and then you can click open, and it will open up the box for you. Whenever you log into the cluster, you're going to use your A number as your login, and you're going to use your password, your banner password that you use for practically everything else, to log into that. You may, if you put it in wrong or whatever, it'll come in as a password thing, and this one's just kind of, it's not liking to log into PuTTY right now, but it's just taking some time. You'll use this in order to submit jobs and run your bash script for the cluster. That's all we're going to really talk about that for now. If you open up the WinSCP, we haven't installed it yet, but it's pretty easy installation. English. It's a standard installation wizard. Let's go through that. Just the full one's fine. And launch WinSCP. Alright, when you're logging into WinSCP, it's practically the same login as for PuTTY. It's once again login.hpc.usu.edu, and the port is still port 22. Your username will be your A number, and your password will be your banner password again. You shouldn't need to change any of the other things in order to use this. Get password typed in. You want to go down and save your session. It says save password. It's not really recommended because it doesn't save it in a secure format, and so just kind of click OK and don't save it. This, you can have several different login protocols files. You can just name them whatever you want, and just for later on, if you want to log into other things. This brings up your, it's just kind of a login and asks for your password again. Both with PuTTY and with WinSCP, they have when you first open it up, it'll say we don't know these keys for the cluster, and do you trust it? You can just click yes on both of those things so that they can be able to log you into those. Basically, this is the line. It shows your files, and then the files you're going to be copying into. The left side is your computer, and then the right side is the cluster, and your home directory underneath your A number in the cluster. Basically, the files on the left side are those on your own computer, and you can just copy them straight over, drag and drop. It's a pretty simple process for you. We'll just show you a little example here. There's no music in that file, but you can click up, go through the files. Parent directory, we'll find some files to copy over. Alright, here's some pictures. We're just going to take this water lily picture and copy it right into your home directory over there. There's a couple of different things that it says which directory you're going to copy into, and then there's several different options for you, most of which you probably won't use usually, and just click copy in order to take it over. It'll copy right over, and that's in the home directory on the cluster. You only have limited space. It's quite a bit, but still, your cluster projects will take up a lot of space. So try to archive your home directories, and you can copy right back to your own files. It says it's copying back into the folder over there, and it's pretty easy. It just makes multiple copies. You've got like 3 or 4 copies now. So you can just go in. You've got several options, just like normal: edit, copy, delete, rename, basic computer commands, and you can do those right. These are actually deleting, adding files from your computer or from the cluster. So just remember that if you delete things in here, it deletes things off your computer or off the cluster. You can copy multiple files. Just hold Shift and or Control and select multiple files, and then just drag them over, same as before. And you can copy multiple files in. Or and this also works for directories. We'll go back up out of this one and just copy our whole music directory over and just drag it over. Pretty simple. And then it's over there. The directories kind of move up to the top, but there they are. Well, that is pretty much the basics of it. The left side and the right side move practically the same. You can go and see that all those files that were in that directory were copied over, so it'll copy over all the files that are underneath whatever directory you take. So, and if it's a lot of files, it could take a long time, I guess. But that is basically it. Those are the 2 programs you're going to need the most in order to run Windows based operating system for the cluster, and that'll get you started. You can see your other tutorials for the things that you might need to know.